Hello, everyone, and welcome, a warm welcome to SVA and to Vital Signs, the Thesis Symposium and Ideas Festival produced by our graduate students in the Department of Design Research, Writing, and Criticism. My name is Molly Heintz, and I'm the co-chair of the program along with Alice Twimlow, co-chair and founding chair. Alice couldn't be here today. She is in Amsterdam, where it is also 61 degrees. But she is here with us in spirit, and I think in simulcast. So hello, Alice. This time tomorrow, the class of 2016 will be newly minted Masters of Arts. So let's clap for that in advance. The hard work is done, and today is intended to be both a celebration and an exchange of ideas as the students consider what's next for them and the research they've done here. A warm welcome to the family and friends here today who've been a critical support network to these students as they have completed their thesis in one very intense year. To come up with a theme for today's event, the students looked at the common threads and traits of their research subjects. The question they may have heard most often from our instructors is, so what? We push the students to identify fundamental issues in design and put them in context, to think critically and answer the question of why their readers or listeners should care about any given topic. Vital Signs speaks to this investigative quest for what's relevant and meaningful. It also nods to the messy vitality, to borrow a phrase from architect and writer Robert Venturi, the messy vitality of the research and writing process. As you can imagine, our students do a lot of reading, but you'll see today they've read not just books and articles, but signs, maps, posters, experiences, toolkits, props, devices, tarot cards, grids, renderings, and sets. In addition to preparing their presentations for today, the students have produced this very event, designing the program, directing and producing the mini biopics you'll see in a moment, conceiving the PR and social media effort that has led to the need for a simulcast room later today. So hello, simulcastees on the second floor. Securing donations like MetaBrew, a coffee protein shake that sounds like the perfect beverage for meeting deadlines, or staying alert at an afternoon conference, as the case may be. And introducing us to Light Bright Neon, who generously created a stunning installation piece for our department, which you'll see at the after party. So please stick around. And a few very necessary thank yous are due to the people that really helped make this conference happen on multiple fronts. Mark Dudlick, graduate student in our department, and the director of operations and in the branding department at the same time. Mark has moved mountains to help us with our tech needs. Christian Gonzalez in the social documentary department. Thank you, Christian, who generously let us use their space and practice a lot in it in the last few days. To Adam Harrison Levy and Julia Vance. Adam is a very valued faculty member, and Julia is our consulting presentation coach, and they have both helped the students polish up their presentations over the last couple of weeks. And to, Anna Marie Smith, who is an alumna of the program and today's resident tweeter. If you are following along, she'll be tweeting from our @Decrit account with the hashtag Vital Signs. And thank you, as I mentioned, MetaBrew and Light Bright Neon for giving us a little extra punch today. And some very, very vital thank yous to Emily Weiner and Frank Bonamo. Emily is our program coordinator, but that title doesn't begin to describe her vital role here. And to Frank, our very patient tech and IT guru who helps us interface with the world every day. So very big thank you to Emily and Frank for their work all year. An epic thank you to Steve Heller, who with Alice is the founding chair of the Design Criticism Program, the forerunner of the Design Research Department. He is our trusted advisor, and I like to think of him as our research godfather. Thanks also to SVA President David Rhodes and Provost Jeff Neeson for their wonderful support of the program this year. And finally, A big thank you to the Cooper Hewitt Museum, whose generosity today allowed us to give you a copy of Top This, Selected Writings of Phil Patton. And Phil was one of our founding faculty members of the Design Criticism program, and he passed away all too early last September. Phil was a celebrated design journalist and critic, known for his column in the New York Times about car design, as well as a body of writing on an immense range of topics. For Phil, design was everywhere. This book of collected articles was published by the Cooper Hewitt about a month ago, and the museum has generously made it possible for our first 100 attendees to have a copy today. The format of today's event is very much in the spirit of Phil, which is why I wanted you all to have the book. Because in the classroom, Phil was not a lecturer, but an instigator of debate and conversation. And in true Socratic style, he usually met a student's question with a counter question. Each class meeting was foregrounded with yet more questions. What can design learn from the material culture all around us? How does design reflect society? Phil liked to apply these weighty questions to his preferred subject matter: folding chairs, potato peelers, plastic coffee cup lids, for example, the design of the everyday. But from a single object, Phil could unfold a universe, dissecting the enmeshed layers of design from its materials to its systems of mass production. Today, each of our students will invite you to enter their design universe. We'll have presentations about design in all its manifestations, but also lots of questions and conversation. And we invite you, the audience, to participate. I'm delighted we have as our provocateur-in-chief for the afternoon, Alex Gallafent. Alex came to speak as part of our lecture series this spring, and he managed to get our audience to do most of the talking during his allotted lecture slot. And Alex is a design lead at IDEO New York with a focus on design research, writing, and audio. He leads project teams in media, government, city innovation, and experience design. He is a former foreign correspondent for public radio's The World and the BBC World Service, reporting from across the globe on everything from the rise of digital gurus in India to the intersection of religion and public health in Southern Africa. After graduating in philosophy from Oxford, Alex trained in classical acting at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. And I think you will soon see why he was acclaimed by unanimous vote among our students to be today's Master of Ceremonies. So, Alex, I will turn the program over to you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Molly. I'm going to try and inhabit messy vitality for the afternoon. So, first of all, let's just figure out: are there friends and family for Derek, Annie, and Soyun here in the room today? Okay, fantastic. So that's going to be true for probably all of the sessions. There'll be special guests and friends and family that the students, our brilliant students, have invited along. And we'd love them to have sort of pride of place in today's session. So please don't get too attached to your seats if that's all right. We may do a little bit of moving around so that people who are special to our presenters are foregrounded a little bit. So friends and family, if you'd like to, please come forward a little bit. Don't hide at the back. If you'd like a special seat, are there any special guests from our first group as well? Please take a seat. Come on in. Come on in. And there are loads of seats as well. You don't feel like you need to be strung along the side unless you're really comfortable there. Everyone's really comfortable? Okay, fantastic. Excellent. Brilliant. Messy vitality. Good. So we might do some rearranging after this first session, but stay as you are, I guess. Excellent. So the three students are going to present in a sequence, and please show your appreciation after each one. This is the product of, I imagine, a huge amount of work. And I'll just say I'm really, really honored to be here. It's really exciting to see presentations at the culmination of a program such as this, and I'm really excited to be inspired and to learn from what they'll be sharing. And then at the conclusion of the three presentations, we'll have probably 15, 20 minutes to talk together about what we've encountered. And I'll kick things off and keep things rolling, but I'll probably try and talk as little as possible and encourage you to participate, raise your hand if you have a question, and we'll just have a little discussion. Sound good? Everyone's okay with that? Great. Okay, so let's move it straight along with Derek. We're going to watch Derek's video first. So here's Derek Love.